Yitzhak when you pray and you find yourself, your eyes are still running on the Siddur, but your mind is somewhere else. How to not to lose concentration in davening, and second, how to improve memory. You learn something in Parsha or Talmud, 3 days later, you barely remember what you learned.
Okay, you have to listen to the question because it's a very good question. I'm going to repeat it. The first question that is asking is how to fight the Yetzer Hara while you're praying and your thoughts are going all sorts of places and your mind and your eyes are somewhere here.
What was the beginning?
How do you fight the Yetzer Hara that when you pray, your thoughts, most people they pray, the thoughts are constantly bothering them.
Yeah.
You think of one thing, you to pray, think of your business.
Yeah.
So for a man, the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the mikveh in the morning. First of all.
Do what?
You want to go to the mikveh in the morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because when you wake up in the morning, you have a lot of impurity on your body. So you go to the mikveh first thing in the morning, you remove this impurity. First of all. Second of all, is that you want before you pray to learn Torah. Most people, they come 5 minutes late to the minyan. You want to learn Torah before you start the minyan. Why? Because the Torah sharpens your brain. Now you want to learn at least Pnimiyut Torah. You want to learn some Hasidut, something that is sharpening the brain. Doesn't matter what right now. But you learn something that you don't learn halakha or gemara. You do that after the tefillah. But you pray. You learn before you pray. That way, your mind is already more sharper. Second of all, you have to be extremely fanatic in kosher, extremely fanatic, because the Arizal explains that the things that are minor, that most people don't really pay attention to, what it causes, he calls it timtum hasechel. Timtum comes from the word in Hebrew metumtam, stupid. Timtum is not balance, that you constantly swinging, not focus. Now, not to eat pork, that's a big thing, good. Not to mix meat and dairy, good. But a lot of people say, I don't really need 6 hours. I don't really need 6 hours. 5 hours is fine, between the meat and the dairy. That's invention, the rabbis. No. If she says in Shulchan Aruch, 6 hours, it's 6 hours. Not 5 hours and 59 minutes and 20 seconds. 6 hours.
How about milk and meat? 3 hours?
Milk to meat, 1 hour.
1 hour?
It depends. I don't want to get into the halakha, because if you just drink the milk and you can wash your mouth, you can do it right away. People sometimes take precautions and they still wait an hour. If it's cheese and you do wait an hour, it can get stuck in your teeth. Some cheeses, the one that they process, it can be 6 hours. I don't want to teach now. Come to my seminary, I'll teach you everything. Now I want to give him an answer. The point is that kosher, you want to be fanatic. Why? Because it's the little things that cause this timtum hasechel. So you want to be 100% strict with the hours. You want to be 100% strict. You know, some people that you wash the lettuce or you look for the bugs. Oh, I know, it's a little bug. A little bug like this is worse than eating a pork. So you know, some people you wash the lettuce or whatever, you look in the dates like this, they think you're nuts. No. You know how not everybody, but you know how people look in the date, looking for the worm? You know that one time my son, 6-year-old, he found the worm. Like this. Like this, in the date. And the worm is transparent. Transparent, and you put it like this in the light, and you don't see it. You just see it moving. Worm? No, in a date.
So we opened it.
Yeah.
They didn't buy it like that.
Exactly. So you know, there's so many videos now that mashgichim and other rabbis they come and they're showing. I have a video now. If you want, I'll show you in cinnamon sticks. You ever saw that video? No. You know? I'll show you in a second. And I mean, not a lot of people eat cinnamon sticks. But in the cinnamon sticks are bugs. And all you do is you bang it on. I'll show you in a second. You bang it on the table, the bugs come out. So a lot of people think, oh, no, crazy. No, that's where you want to be fanatic with kosher. You know, You know that some woman came to me not too long ago and we started talking about kosher. And then she told me how she thinks I'm crazy. And then I told her, you know, that if you take a spoon now and you put the spoon in boiling hot coffee, boiling hot, now the spoon absorbs the milk and the spoon is now milchik. It has din of chalav. It's
If you have milk in the coffee.
yeah, of course. I'm talking about boiling hot. It has to be boiling hot. Boiling hot coffee, now with milk, and now the spoon opens the pores. The spoon now is dairy. Now take the spoon, wash it a little bit with water. Take chicken soup. Boiling hot chicken soup. Put the spoon in the soup. For a couple seconds, soup is taref. And the bowl. Taref means not kosher. Meat and dairy. It has to be boiling hot. There has to be a lot of conditions. Don't start asking now every little question. What if the soup like this? What if the soup like that? Just a scenario. The soup is not kosher, and the bowl is not kosher, and the spoon is not kosher. And most people put in the dishwasher everything together. Dishwasher has boiling hot water. Anything that is boiling hot, that's when the problem starts. So you want to be fanatic with kosher, because when you're not fanatic with kosher, you get this timtum sechel. And it's not that you become stupid. You want to pray, your thoughts somewhere else. You want to learn, memory doesn't work. Now memory, that's a different problem. This also helps the memory. He also was asking how to work on the memory. The problem with memory, especially with men and also women, if a man is about tshuva, and during his life, when he was secular, he was not having relations the right way, and the sperm was coming out not the right way, every time it comes out, it scratches the brain. Scratches the brain, there's a scratch on the brain. Then the person does tshuva, he comes to learn the Gemara, don't understand nothing. Rosh Balata, doesn't understand anything. He'll read comics, he'll understand it. You read one page of the Gemara, what is he talking about? The brain doesn't work. So you have to work on it, you have to work. Now, you repair it with time. And the way to repair it with time, there's a nice story. Because somebody once came to me and told me the same thing. Brick head, I don't get anything. I sit in the lecture, I go home, my wife tells me, what did you learn? He was talking about something, I don't remember what he was talking about. You sat there for a whole hour, you don't remember? No. The damage is mainly because avon abrit, when sperm comes out of the head the wrong way, because the sperm comes from the brain. The sperm comes from the brain and goes back on the spine all the way out. So that's one of the problems with a lot of Balei Tshuva. They have a problem with memory because the brain is not functioning well. That's why Chachamim say it's very good just to read Zohar, just to read the Zohar. Because Zohar is called mochin, and it starts fixing the mochin, the brain.
You mean just scan it?
Just read it. Read it.
Read or scan it, you don't understand.
You don't have to understand, just read it. Very, very important to learn Chassidut. It's a book of Zohar.
Any special book is many books.
Very good to learn Chassidut, because Chassidut is also mochin. Doesn't matter which one you want to learn, Breslev, Lekotei Moharan, it doesn't really matter. From what you learn doesn't matter. Zohar is very good to ligros, just to read it.
Has many books.
That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Now, regards to the memory and why a lot of people they don't get it.
In Hebrew we should read it, or in
Zohar is an Aramaic, not in Hebrew.
original?
Read the original. Say the words.
Translation.
No, translation is nothing.
We scan it, Rabbi.
Yeah, scan it, but move your lips, but say the word.
You can read it, I'm just scanning.
No, that's nothing. It's putting the gear in neutral and putting the gas all the way down. Nothing happens.
There is energy when I'm looking at it and I scan it. How do I read it when I don't know Hebrew?
So
I mean Hebrew. No,
you don't have to understand it. Read it. I mean the scanning.
read the Hebrew, you mean?
You have to read it. I mean there is kedusha in the otiyot. It doesn't. It's first gear. You already have to say it. You have to say the words.
What if you say it the wrong way?
Farsi, we get it.
No, say it in Aramaic. If you say the wrong, it doesn't matter as long as you pronounce the
Can
words.
we get it in Farsi? No, this
Zohar in Parsi.
No, he's
Hold on, I'm not done. And he's after. In regards to the memory, there's a story. The story is in the Gemara. Once there was a king, and the king called his advisor and all the workers, and he says, listen, I'm going on a journey. I want you to go to the storage, bring all the barrels up. Barrels. Boshke. Take the barrels out of the storage. What I want you to do, I want you to go down to the river. I want you to fill them with water. We're having a very big party. I want you to fill the barrels with water and then bring them up. By the time I come back from my trip, I want barrels full of water ready for the party. Yes, sir. The advisor gets all the workers, they go to the storage, take all the barrels out, they go down to the river, start filling up the barrels. They put the barrels on the wagons, they start walking up on the mountain, all the wagons are shaking, and all the barrels are full of cracks. All the water starts splashing out everywhere. And the barrels are, like this. And the barrels are spritzing everywhere. All of them are full of cracks. Water is flying all over the place. So they stop and they're like, wait, whoa, stop. What's going on here? By the time we go up there's not going to be any water. So they're in the middle of the mountain. What should we do? The water is going out. No, we should go down. We should fill it up again. They said, fill it up. If we're not up there by the time when the king gets, our head is off. So the other one says, let's go up. Let's just go up. Some water will stay. The decision what? We're going up. They're going up on the mountain and the barrels are like, by the time they come up, no water. They're standing there, empty barrels. The king comes out. Everybody's like, Shema Yisrael. They know that's it. Head is off. They didn't do what the king told them. They're saying, sorry, Vidu Yashamnu Bakanu, please Hashem, Rachamim. The king says to the boss, did you do what I said? Listen, we went, we did, and we took the barrels and did you do what I told you? Listen, we took it down and don't ask. The king tells him, I asked you if you did what I told you. He says, no, I mean, the barrels are all cracked, the water's out, we didn't. King says, good. That's what I wanted you to do. The Shema Yisrael worked. What happened? So the king says, I knew the barrels are broken. I knew they were cracked. But they were so dirty in the cellar, in the storage. You know how long it would take you to clean it? That's why I told you to go fill it up with water and carry it all the way up on the mountains. I knew the wagons are going to go like this. The water, like a milkshake, is going to wash the barrel. All the water is going to go out. Now I have clean barrels. Now go seal the barrels and now go to the wine cellar and fill them up with wine. So now we can have our feast. So now you are an empty barrel, full of dirt. So you put water in, and more water, and more water. Water is Torah. And Hashem shakes you. Hardship, Yesurim, problems, shakes you, milkshake. Cleans the barrel from inside. Then Mashiach is going to come, the barrel is clean, seal it up, puts the wine in. That's it. Wine is the Yeinah Shel Torah, the wine of the Torah, the mysticism. Then you're going to be a clean barrel. So the Torah is not for you to remember. It's to clean you. It's for the mitzvah of learning Torah. That's why you say you learn Torah lishma, for the sake of the Torah, not for me to be smart. Not for me to go and be like, oh, I finished 4 masachtot. No. You learn for the sake of the Torah, not for the sake of your knowledge, not for the sake of anything. For the sake of the Torah, because the Kadosh Baruch Hu needs you to learn Torah. What it does, it cleans your barrel. Don't worry. It will come the day, oh, now I get it. That day will come. You have to learn Torah lishma for the sake of the Torah. You have to be humble. And you have to learn for the sake of teaching another person. If you do all these 3 things, you'll start remembering.
For sake of teaching.
For the sake of, first of all, for the sake of the Torah. I do not come here to learn to become smart. Or to say, oh, I know so much. That's ego. That's gava. You're not going to get anything out of this Torah. Second, you learn because the Kadosh Baruch Hu told you. It's a Torah. V'dibarta bam. You have to learn Torah. Nobody's asking you here. You are a worker. You're coming in, you're moving a machine. You're moving your lips, you're moving a machine. More than that, yeah, it's cleaning the inside. Now, if you live your life for 20 years, not religious, there's a lot of dishwasher needs to do one time and another time and another time. I'm not talking about a person. A person, you see the guys who are born religious and they grow in yeshivas, no problem with the memory. I seen my boys yeshivas, 12-year-olds. My son knows 600 mishnayot. He shoots them like machine guns. No problem. Mishnayot.
What's that?
The Mishnah.
Oh, Mishnah.
Yeah. They memorize it. My son, he knows them off by heart. There's no problem with memories because there's no damage in the brain and no dirt in the barrel. We come, we're all dirty. 20, 30 years, we accumulated junk, kosher food, the food is not kosher, all sorts of junk and poisons into our body, into our soul. Now you have to work. But if you work the right way, and you're saying, I want to learn now this halachot so I can go and teach my wife or teach my neighbor, then it starts resonating. So you do all these things and you take into consideration that you have to work like a machine, over and over and over, like a muscle. And at some point when you do, I don't know the word in English, hatmada, constant, same thing. How? Consistent? Consistency. 2 hours every day, no missing. Hard, toil. That's why when you go to yeshiva, that's why a lot of people tell me they learn Torah on YouTube. You can't learn Torah on YouTube. You know why? Because Torah is learning from the book, and you learn out of the book, you learn Gemara. The brain has to work. If you sit like this, and you're listening to a video, the brain doesn't work, the ear works. Now I'm not saying that it's bad. It's also good to learn like that.
That's how I learn.
It's good.
But
Don't do chap chap chap, the speaker doesn't like it. But to learn, for the brain to work, you need to sit and memorize. Why did this Tana say like that? What is the mean? What is the argument? You have to toil into it. That's when the brain starts working. If you stop listening, it's not bad. I also have videos that you listen in the car, when you're typing on the word, whatever. That is also good. But your brain is not really working. That's why you see the people who learn from a video, they don't remember a lot. They enjoy the video or the audio, but they don't really learn, because the only way to learn is to repeat it and to sit with another person. And you repeat what you learn. And you dissect the sugya. He said this, he said that. Why is he not saying this? Then the brain is starting to work, then you fix it. That's why you see the guys who are sitting in yeshiva all day long, the brain is sharp, no problems, like a blade, sharp.
When you read Torah, you read by your eyes?
No, you have to say with your mouth. If you didn't say it with your mouth, it's like you didn't do anything.
Oh my God, you have to move your mouth. Even Sidur.
V'dibarta bam. To talk.
The Sidur too,
Everything. If you don't move your mouth, you're taking the gear, putting it in neutral, stepping all the way down. Nothing happens.
Slowly you can say what your mouth. Move your mouth, not loudly.
You don't have to scream it, but you have to say that you can understand it, and it's not good to say it fast. The people who say that's not tofes. No, you have to pronounce it. That if I listen, I have to understand what you're saying. That's why the guys who are praying shacharit in 20 minutes. I don't know how you do it.
So we have to be able to hear it ourselves. Clearly, loudly to hear ourselves. Oh my God, I read by my eyes.
No, not good to read with your eyes. The thing is that first of all, the commandment is to talk. It says v'dibarta bam, not v'ra'ita bam. But the fact is that when you move your lips and your tongue and your muscles, you are creating the energy of the speaking. And you're creating the letters. That's the point is. The point here is to create the letters. Because when I say Ashrei, Yoshvei, Veitecha, I'm creating the letters. I'm spitting these letters out to the world. And not only that, the Torah becomes part of me. The whole point in the mitzvah comes from the word tzavta. Tzavta means to connect, chibur. Why do I do physical mitzvot? Because my body becomes part of the mitzvah. So when I learn Torah, which is a mitzvah, I have to talk it. Now the Torah becomes part of my tongue, part of my lips, part of my throat. It becomes part of me. I'm becoming united with the Torah. Same thing with understanding. If you don't understand, if you don't toil, your brain gets soaked in Torah. That's why when you walk in the street, you're not going to think about something. You think about, why did Rabbi Meir say that? Because your brain is like occupied with Torah. So Torah, really you want to learn in a yeshiva. And if you can't in the morning, so you learn at night. You can't at night, you learn in the morning. Videos are very good. Don't stop with the videos. But the real learning is from the book, saying the words, sitting with another person. Now if you know how to say or to read Aleph, Bet and Gimel, so you find a person that only knows Aleph. Now you can teach that person Bet and Gimel. You don't have to be a rabbi. You just tell them, I know one letter more than you, let me teach you what I learned today. So I learned today in the shiur this, let me teach you what I learned. You come home from the shiur, tell your wife, you know what I learned today? Let me tell you. Wait a minute, I don't remember 50% of it, but I'll get it. But the point is that you want to sharpen your brain, because when the brain is not working, a person who's not Torah observant, the brain becomes numb. I know all the secular people don't like me saying that, because they're saying, oh, but they're inventing things, and then nobody's inventing nothing. The Kadosh Baruch Hu puts them the idea in their head. But the real sharp brain is only from Torah. That's why you see that in most religious people, there's no Alzheimer, there's no senile, there's no Parkinson, there's no those things, because of the brain. They are the Yotzei Min HaKlal, they are of the very small percentage. Because if a person learns Torah all his life, most likely he's not going to suffer from Parkinson, not senile, not Alzheimer, not all these things.